In addition to the obvious architectural and aesthetic significance, this building was also home to the world's first electric elevator, a historical fact of particular significance to New York City and buildings like the one across the street. It's an important piece of New York and American history and architecture which should be saved. For more than 10 years, the 29th Street Neighborhood Association, other groups, and individuals have appealed to the mayor and the New York City Landmarks Preservation Commission to designate this building as a New York City landmark, all to no avail. At this very moment, the owners of this building are meeting with the buildings department to receive a permit to demolish this building and construct a 26-story hotel, the last thing this community needs or wants. Though the mayor has not responded, we're very grateful to have the support of other elected officials who have joined our fight and are with us today. It's now my pleasure and great honor to first introduce Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer.
Thank you very much. I took the subway here and it did it perfectly fast. I just wanted to thank you once again. It's a great honor to be here to save the Demarest Building and to keep this landmark intact. I certainly want to thank the 29th Street Neighborhood Association Village Preservation. I can never remember the old name, but that's okay. The New York Preservation Archive, the Historic Districts Council, the Victorian Society, the City Club, and everyone, George and everyone else who made this possible. In a time, thank you very much, because this is really important, thank you. In a time when too many of Manhattan's neighborhoods are resisting change and overdevelopment, because we have to, it's heartening to see communities band together this way. This particular building, as you know, because you just heard, it was finished in 1890, designed by James Renwick of the renowned firm Renwick, Aspinwall, and Russell, who also designed St. Patrick's Cathedral. They're not tearing down St. Patrick's Cathedral. With its impressive arch windows, it is a contemporary to many 19th century purpose-built retail buildings along Fifth Avenue, like Tiffany's and the Coney Building. It is also, despite being the oldest amongst them, the only surviving building in this group. In this group, could not be officially recognized as a landmark. It takes all kinds. The building's progress signifies the city's transition to and from horse-drawn carriages as modes of transportation. Trying to have them back. And the Fifth Avenue's progression into becoming a commercial center. It had the first electric elevator, as you know. So to demolish it in favor of a 26-story ugly mixed-use tower, as PI Capital Partners intends to, would be a travesty. Unfortunately, LPC, Landmark Preservation Commission, has denied requests to make the building a landmark, claiming its facade has been altered too much. Not true! This has been disputed by experts. Two renowned architectural historians, Anthony Robbins and Francois Volek, have disputed this claim with their own reports. Their letters present thoroughly researched histories of the building, note their relationship to the neighborhood and contemporary buildings. A key note is that the changes made to the facade are not structural, easily reversible. It is essential that the Landmarks Preservation Commission listen to the experts, listen to the community, and recognize the Demarest Building as a landmark. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gail. Now it's my pleasure to introduce this district's New York City Councilman, Keith Powers.
Morning. First of all, I got to say, you got an all-star cast out here today of folks. Thank you, everybody, for taking a little time. Thank you to George. Keep it close, all right. I want to thank everybody for being out here today. I want to echo what the borough president has just said about the significance of this building right here in Midtown. We hate being out here, right? I mean, we love doing with the work they do to preserve these important buildings, but we hate having to be out here because we want to do the right thing. We want to landmark this building. We're asking the LPC to do that. And I join all my colleagues here. I join the community from, it seems like the entire east side and west side united, rarely to the east side and the west side, being here in the middle on Fifth Avenue. But we are happy to be here. We're proud to be here. here. I'll just keep it short. I want to say that we are going to continue the work to push LPC to do what we think is right here, to preserve this building right here in Midtown. It's an iconic building. It really did help set the stage for many other things that happen around here. And we will continue to fight. Holidays don't mean anything to us. We'll be out here, and I'm really glad to be joined by so many friends and great colleagues here. Thank you for being here on a little chilly day. Thank you.
Greenwich Village, we also have Albany in the house, and it's now my pleasure to introduce Assemblyman Richard Godfrey and Senator Brad Hoyle.
Thank you. So, just to make it clear, I don't represent Albany. My district is actually right here. It's terrific to see the preservation community, this neighborhood, elected officials from here and from other areas coming together. This is not just about a lovely building that is part of New York's heritage and ought to be preserved. There is also a very important issue at stake here. Landmarks has said that this building doesn't qualify because the owner modified some windows. Now, if that notion is allowed to stand, then any owner who owns a landmark quality building but doesn't want to have it landmarked so that maybe in a few years they can sell it to a developer and make $1 zillion, under Landmark's position, all that owner has to do is modify a couple of windows. And then the owner gets to tell his friends or her friends what a beautiful building I own, but it's immune to being landmarked. If Landmarks Commission sticks by that interpretation, they are gutting the landmarks law and opening us up to even more devastation than we have been seeing over the years. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm State Senator Brad Hoylman, proud to represent this neighborhood in Albany, and proud to be here with so many preservationists and colleagues in elected government. This is truly a battle for the heart and soul of our city. It is not lost on us that we stand across from the most iconic building in New York City, the Empire State Building, and it is an outrage. It is an outrage, friends, that this Landmarks Preservation Commission might not move to landmark and save this historic Demarest building behind us. It is a complete outrage, and we have to ask ourselves, is this the same Landmarks Preservation Commission that allowed a university to demolish the home of Edgar Allan Poe? I hope not. Is this the same Landmarks Preservation Commission that allowed one of the last remaining interiors by Frank Lloyd Wright to be demolished? I hope not. So it is incumbent upon the Landmarks Preservation Commission to act quickly to make certain that this demolition permit that has been filed by a company called Pew Capital. Pew Capital, let me just remind you, that's spelled P-U. P-U because this plan stinks. It stinks for the future of New York City. It stinks for my children who will not be able to walk along Fifth Avenue and have their father point out the building where the first electric elevator ever operated. It stinks because the architect is known for such high quality gems of architecture such as St. Patrick's Cathedral and Grace Church. It stinks for the entire city of New York that we have a city administration that may sit on their hands and allow this jewel to be demolished. So I urge Landmarks Preservation Commission to act swiftly, save the Demarest Building before it's too late. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, George, and thank you everybody for coming, and to all of our elected officials for being on the front lines of this fight with us. This building behind us is the very definition of a landmark. It is a remarkable, striking work of architecture by one of America's greatest architects. as mentioned before, the architect of St. Patrick's Cathedral, the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. It is also an incredible piece of history. The very first electric operated elevator ever was located in this building. It's not very often that you have this incredible combination of architecture and history in this one site at this incredibly prominent location that thousands and thousands of New Yorkers and tourists pass every day. It would be such a shame to lose this building after 130 years just to be replaced by a generic high-rise that could go on any one of a number of locations within mere feet of here without having to destroy a great piece of our city's history. The Landmarks Preservation Commission of New York City exists to protect exactly this, to make sure that New York doesn't turn into a shopping mall, or Dubai, or Shanghai, or Kansas City, or any place else that people could easily go or choose to live or invest in. People who live and work and spend money in New York do so because it has a unique character and quality to it, and buildings like this are part of this. We can save and preserve this building and still allow economic development to move ahead. We really can have our cake and eat it too if the Landmarks Preservation Commission will act and protect this building, and that's what we urge them to do today. Thank you very much.
Every time we see another one of our historic buildings get knocked down, the papers always say, well, how come no one ever said this is worthwhile? For years, the community has been asking for the Demarest Building to be protected. In 2008, we asked for it. In 2016, we have been here. We are here now. Where is the city? Where are the Landmarks Commission in responding to our pleas to save this important building in the heart of Midtown, in the heart of Manhattan? This is an area which, as people said, thousands of people visit every day. Just down the block, we lost a wonderful building, the Kesmo building. This is not an area that is unknown. This is not a forgotten part of New York. How can we let this happen? We cannot. All we want for Christmas is the Demarest Building to be saved.
This is all in the spirit of saving this building, Demarest Building. This first one is to the tune of "Oh Christmas Tree," so I invite you all to join in. Oh Demarest, oh Demarest, how graceful are your arches. Oh Demarest, how graceful are your arches. Your bricks are gold in summer's heat, but also winter snow and sleet. Oh Demarest, how graceful are your arches. Oh Demarest, a landmark stands in waiting. Oh Demarest, it's time for designating. 2 million here you bring delight, a stately block's fun pleasing sight. Oh Demarest, in danger and worth saving. Oh Demarest, we value your rare beauty. Oh Demarest, keep sharing your rare beauty. Your terracotta draws us near to your grand facade from yesteryear. Oh Demarest, we want to see you landmark. Now this one's a little more difficult, but I have faith in this crew. This one's the tune of "Oh Little Town of Bethlehem." Ready? I think so. Oh, building that needs to be saved, fair Demarest of Fifth, with Renwick bricks and electric lifts last one. This one's a little fun. Sing it extra loud. Sing as loud as you can, and hopefully they'll hear us downtown at the Landmarks Commission. This one's to the tune of Deck the Halls.
You all know it.
Ready? 1, 2. Deck the walls with landmark status. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to stop folly. Fa la 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 la. Bar the senseless demolition. Fa la 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 la. Step up and act Landmarks Commission. Fa la 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 la. See this landmark stand before us. Fa la 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 la. Make it official and shout in chorus. Fa la 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 la. Raise the windows, that's no reason. Fa la 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 la. And mark the Demarest this season. Fa la 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 la.